today we are done with the manual testing stuff. Like we are done with the manual testing aspect of the training. So today, as I've said earlier, we're going into the API testing. And what we are going to be doing basically today, because this is the first class, is just going to introduce us to the application. Just let us get familiar with the application UI and understand everything that is around the application. What is API? How does it works? And the interface of the application. So next class we'll proceed to start doing. We'll proceed to the next topic. That is, we'll start writing requests like the HTTP methods. We'll start writing sending requests according to the HTTP method we are going to be treating next class. I want to share my screen now. Please confirm if you can see my screen.
I can see your screen.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Okay. Okay, so basically today we'll be starting with introduction to Postman. Like first, how many of us download the app on our PC? Anyone? Okay. Okay, Princess. Okay, Princess. Who else? They have downloaded the app on your PC because I shared the link, right? All right, Mr. O. Thank you. All right, do you have any other person that have done that? Or do you want a walkthrough section of how to do that? Because that's basically what this the first slide is about. Okay, how many of us have our PC available so we can have a walkthrough of how to do that, right?
Okay, I have my PC here.
All right, right. I want to be sure you're not the only one. Please, if you have your PC with you and you need a walkthrough of how to install the app, please just signify before we proceed. How many of us have our PC with us that have not yet downloaded the app? So I need to, and we need a walkthrough of how to go through the process of downloading the app. For this section, right, to be needing to join this class with our PC, because this section is going to be majorly practical section, right? And once for you to understand, you need to actually be doing the same thing I'm doing, so you will not miss out anything. So for this section, for the whole API section and the Selenium section, you will need your PC. So I would advise us to get that ready, because we need to have we need to also be doing what so you'll be able to reproduce whatever that is going on my screen, so you will not be lost at any point, or you will not feel like you don't understand. Favor, we are just starting the class. The class just started. So I will send the link to download the app to the chat. For those of us that have not downloaded the app, I'll send the link to the chat. Let me just copy the link. I have the app on my PC already. Okay, Manuel, I can see you said downloading in progress. That's good. Okay, so that's the link. Just click on the link. I've sent the link to the chat. So click on the link. Can you see my screen? After I click on the link, you should be on this page now. You should be on this page. So depending on where you want to download the app to, if it's Windows, you can actually click on that window link for 64 bits. So you'll be able to download a setup like this. I don't need this again. Oh, Soma, are you following? I feel like you're the only one that's...
Yes, I'm clicking on the download app, but it's not, I don't know. Clicking on it.
Are you on
It's
this
not
page?
working. Where?
On
Sorry.
this page that my screen
No,
is
I just
currently
clicked.
displaying.
No. I just clicked on the link and it brought me to download Postman, and I'm clicking on the download icon. It's not
You should
working.
click on this. Do you have this icon? Do you see something like this? If your PC is window and it's 64 bits, this is the button you will click.
Which button? Sorry, let me, because I'm trying to.
The window
Window.
64 bits. This is the button you will click to download the app. If your PC is actually is actually meets up this specification.
Okay.
So that's the button you will click and you will see it's downloading in your... I actually paused mine, so you should see it here. I paused this because I already have the application.
Okay.
Sorry. So Ma, are you with me? For the purpose
Yeah,
of those of us that are just joining, right? I want us to download and install this application. For the purpose of those of us that are still joining, I sent a link to the chat earlier. I don't know. I'm going to resend it now. If you are on your PC, click on the link I sent. I sent this link also to the Discord channel earlier. So click on the link and download the app. You have to click on the link and download the app. So Ma, is it downloading now?
yes, ma.
Okay. All right. Do you have any other person that is downloading apart from like if you are downloading the application also, like you're just downloading it, it's not as if you've downloaded it before. Do you have any other person?
I'm just downloading it. Me, Favor.
Okay, Favor. Okay. I just want to be so sure that she's not the only one doing that. All right.
Yes, I'm done installing. Should I
Okay.
sign up?
Yes, you need to sign up. You need to sign up to your account. Okay, so just download, click on that link and try to download, then you install the application. I'll try to wait for us.
Sorry, ma. Can you hear me? Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yes, I can hear you.
Can you paste the link again? Sorry.
Soma, is that you?
Yes.
Why? I thought you said you're already downloading it. Why do I
No,
have
no,
to?
no. I was using my phone to download it, so I moved it to my PC. I don't know if you can hear the echo. If you have seen it, don't worry.
I've told you that you should download this application on your PC, not your phone. You have to download it on your PC. That's why I said that for this course, like for this Postman expert, right? You'll be needing your PC. You'll be needing your
Okay.
PC.
It's downloading.
All right. It's like your network is very, very bad. Can you mute your mic?
Sorry, let me mute.
All right, thank you. Okay, so for those of us that downloaded and installed the app, we can just go ahead and sign up. Oh, Emmanuel, please, can you just let me stop sharing so you can share your screen? Have you signed up, Emmanuel? Good evening, Emmanuel. Emmanuel, can you hear me?
Good evening, ma. Yes, I can hear you. I'm
I
trying to
just
sign up now. My network is quite slow, so
quite slow. I just wanted to share your screen so because already have the app, right? So I don't really need to go through all this process again. For people that are just downloading, I just want someone to share their screen so they're able to know what next. Can you do that?
Okay, I will.
All right. So let me stop sharing. Okay. No. Yeah, I can.
Okay. Can you see my screen? No. Can you see my screen? Hello, can anyone hear me?
Yes, I
Emmanuel,
can
Yes,
see
we
sorry,
can
you.
hear
sorry.
you.
Yes.
Emmanuel, sorry, I've been talking. I did not know I'm muted. Sorry.
Oh, all right.
So sorry for that. So just click on the open it manually or you copy the URL. Anyone works.
Okay.
Or you copy the URL. It will take you to a page. You should be able to sign up or sign in.
Okay, yes.
Is this still loading?
Yes, it's loading. That's why my network is slow. Yep.
Okay, yes. So you can sign in. So for those of us that are downloading the app, yes. So after you have download, you have to install. Then when you are done with the installation, then you should continue from this. You have to create an account and sign up. So Soma, are you done?
My own is still downloading, ma. Just remaining small.
422641. Can you edit your name?
Okay, I should edit my name.
Not you. 422641. Who said my own is still downloading now?
It's me,
Ooh.
Soma.
Soma, why are you using different name? You use MMMA. Now you are giving us number again. What are you testing for? Are you checking if Zoom allow you to put just number in the name field? Are you trying to find a bug? Are you trying to post a bug on Zoom? I beg, edit.
Let me tell I've
All
changed
right.
it, ma.
All
Sorry.
right. All right. So, Favor, how is it going? Hello, Favor. Good evening. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. I'm almost done. Okay, just completed. Let me install.
Okay, install. All right. For those of us that are just joining the class, you have to download the Postman application. That is, if you have not done so, we need to download it. And we need to download it on our PC. And you have to sign up. After you've downloaded, just install and sign up. Emmanuel, have you created your account?
Yes, I'm doing that now.
Okay. Emmanuel, you can. Okay, are you going to get the mail from your phone or from your PC? If it's something,
I'll
if you
get
know,
it from I'll get it from my phone.
okay.
Okay.
Hello, I just keep waiting for the moment. Hello. Hello, please, can anyone hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right.
I can hear you.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So please, are we doing it like for those of us that have not downloaded the app? Are we on the same page? I just need us to respond.
Yeah, I'm
Before we
downloading
proceed.
the app.
Okay. Thank you, Abdul Qadir. Thank you. So when you are done downloading, you can install.
Yes.
Right. Thank you. So today we just want to get ourselves familiar with the interface of the application. Why? Emmanuel, what happened?
I don't know. Maybe I should verify the email from my phone.
Okay. Or you can just stop sharing your screen and verify it from your email directly.
All right.
So when you are done, you can share your screen back.
All right.
So let me just share my screen. Okay, so we are in the first slide. We are just want to download the application to our phone. So if you go to that site, these are just steps to get your application downloads. Just go to the site, you select your operating system. We are using Windows or Mac, and you click on download, and then you will install on Windows and the Mac. So then you'll be able to sign up. After these steps, then you can sign up and you will get your application to start running. So after a successful sign up, right? So I just want to open my own. So this is what the application should look like. This is the interface of the application. So today's section, we are going to be understanding what is API, like why do we have to have an API, and just have a walkthrough of this application also. Just a quick walkthrough of the application. So next class, as I've said earlier, we're going to continue to HTTP methods, how to send the requests, like what are HTTP methods, and we are going to define each method, the importance when to use a particular method, what you are expecting if you are using a particular HTTP method. So, but for today, I just want everyone to have the application, download, and we should start with what is Postman. So should I continue with the slide, or I should just wait for us to get the application downloaded already? Anyone? Favor Alpha. Soma
Continue with the
Alpha.
slide for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done installing.
Okay. So sign up. Emmanuel, how is it going?
Yeah, it's going fine.
Emmanuel.
I'm done signing up now, so I want to sign in now.
Okay. So Postman is one of the tools, right? I want to start with the slide, the explanation. So before I'm done, everyone will be on the application, hopefully. then we can just go to the application and understand the interface of the application together. So Postman is tools that help us to test how different application or software talks to each other using something called an API. Like Postman is just one of the tools. We have other tools we can use, but Postman is one of the tools that let us to test. You know, we are testers, right? When we want to now test our API is just how our application interacts to how two applications interact with one another, how they communicate with one another. Okay, we want to test this flow of how this application interacts to one another. So we need Postman to test. So by API is application programming interface. This might not be our first time of hearing it. API. So it's application programming interface. So I want us to think of API like a messenger. Just think of it like a messenger that helps two people or two applications to talk to each other. Just think about it like, we have the front end of an application and we have the back end of an application. Okay, the front end, we need to interact with the back end to be able to give life to the application. So how does the front end interact with back end? So we need an API to connect the front end to the back end, to get a request from the front end, from the back end, and give it to the front end, so that users will be able to see life in the application. So just if you go to this is like a basic example, right? When you go to a restaurant and you want to order food, sometimes you might need to call the chef, sometimes you might need to get your menu. Okay, what are you trying to do? You tell the chef that, okay, I want to order meat pie and a bottle of water. You are talking to the what now? You are talking to not the chef, right? You are talking to the waiter, the person that attends to you, the waiter that attends to you. Okay, I want to get meat pie and a bottle of water. So you're talking to the waiter. Okay, I need this, I need that. You've placed an order. You've make an request. You make an request. Okay, go and get me meat pie and bottle of water. Emmanuel, do you want to talk? The mic is not muted.
Oh, no, sorry.
Okay. So please, hope we are following before I continue. All right, our Zoom, we are following. So we want to, you will just tell the waiter, right? I want to get a bottle of water and meat pie. So the waiter take your order to the kitchen, to the chef, and be like, okay, we have a client here that needs this bottle of water and meat pie. And the waiter will get whatever you order from the chef and bring it to your table. So this is also how API works. The front end will tell the API that, okay, I want to click on this submit button. And when I click on this submit button, right, I want my app, whatsoever form I fill, to be submitted and to be stored in the database. So on the front end, you just want to click on the submit button. The front end will take that submit button you're about to click on. The API will work. The API that works for that particular button will go and meet the backend that, okay, this user want to click on this submit button, and just make sure that whenever this user click on that button, whatever that needed to be done should be done in the back end. So it's not just be as if the user is interacting only with the front end. So we need to test our API as we can, in as much as we can do manual testing, or just to test if this button is working, if that button is not working, if this one has broken, if that other one has not broken. We need to also test our API because basically, if our API is down, most of this testing that we are saying we want to test might not even work. because the server might be down and our API we might not even be able to know. Our user might not even get the right response from the application. So we need to test our API. So it defines how apps should send and receive information. As I've said earlier on, you want to send information, you want to receive information. You want to click on the submit button, and whenever you click on that button, you are expecting that you receive a response that, okay, your button has been submitted successfully, and indeed it has been submitted successfully. So you just want to how our application actually talks to each other, the front end and the back end. It's app wants to use features or data from another application. Another thing API does is beyond what we have in our own application, right? It helps us to get data from other applications. Imagine you want to build an application and you just want to integrate like maybe a weather forecast, like an application. You want to build your own application, but you feel like, okay, you need an API that will actually you need a functionality, right? That will actually tell your users what the weather will look like tomorrow. Okay, instead of going through the stress of just building the whole weather stuff, you can just call the API. Like we have all those API readily available. So you can just call it and just give life to your application, to your design. So it also help us it's also help an application to use features or data from another app. You can even see that most of these applications are now integrating AI to the applications now. Most of these applications are integrating AI. Most of them are just using the API to do the integration in that order. So Postman has features of sending and observing the HTTP request. As I've said earlier on, we are going to send the HTTP request, hypertext transfer protocol request, and we are going to get response, and we are going to build multiple requests. So we have different types of HTTP requests, though there's still a class for this. But before I proceed, do you have any question? Do you understand? Before I proceed, please. Hello? Do you have any question? Okay, I can see a thumbs up, right? I can continue with this slide, right? Okay, let me just check on those of us that are installing the application. Alpha, Emmanuel, Alpha,
Yeah,
Favor.
I'm done installing.
Okay.
I've
Favor.
logged into.
Yes, I'm done installing. I've signed in already.
Okay, that's good. All right, Squadry Alpha also. Okay.
I just finished downloading. I'm trying to sign in.
Okay, have you installed? Have you installed?
Yes.
Okay. Soma, can you hear me? Soma, can you hear me? Good evening.
Yes, ma. I'm here, ma.
Have you installed the app? Have you signed in?
Ma, I've installed the app.
Have you signed in?
Yes, ma.
Okay. All right.
Hello, sir. Sorry.
All right. So you can mute yourself. Okay. So Sadiq. Good evening, Sadiq. Sadiq, are you talking? I can't hear you. Or do you have anything you want to say? Okay, you can unmute and talk, Sadiq, please. Sadiq, your hand is raised. I don't know. If you have anything you want to say, just unmute and talk.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, good evening.
API, the Postman app, but I don't know if I download the right thing. Can you view my screen or what?
Did you click on the link?
Can I share my screen? Yeah, I click on the link and I follow the.
Okay, are you using your phone or your PC? Hello, Sadiq, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm using my PC too.
Oh, okay. All right. So let me just stop sharing so we can have a quick look at it. All right, you can share your screen, Sadiq.
Okay. I want to share my screen. Hold on. The API. Okay. This is how it looks like.
Yes, yes,
Hello.
yes.
Am
You're
I on the
on the
right
right
page?
track. Yes, you're on the right track.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right, you're welcome. Okay. So, do you have any other one with any question or concern before we proceed? Okay. No, I don't understand. Blessing Samuel, can you just unmute and talk before I proceed so I can go over it again? Blessing Samuel. Blessing Samuel, can you hear me?
Yes, ma, I can hear you.
All right. You said you don't understand. What aspect, please?
The postman, so I dropped a message earlier that how about those that didn't have their PCs with them? How we to use on our phone? So when you started explaining, I was kind of like lost. I didn't understand what you were saying.
I've said it earlier that we have to get our PC for this course, right? For this for the postman. So you're able to get it download on your PC and work with it on your PC. So what aspects don't you understand about the explanation? So I'll go over it again.
The API.
The API. Okay. I said that you should think of API as something that interacts with two different, that communicate, right, with two different things. Just imagine, like I said an example earlier, that just imagine you go to a restaurant and you want to order food. Okay, you tell the waiter that you are the one that wants to order food. There is a waiter and there's a chef. You, waiter, and chef. So when you get to the restaurant, you call the waiter. Waiter, I need this. I need that. The waiter will take your order and go to the chef to submit your order. And the waiter will come back with your order after getting it from the chef. Right? Blessing.
Yes, ma. Yes, I'm
All
hearing
right.
you.
So for every application, we have the front end and we have the back end. So the front end, we need to communicate to the back end. And what actually enables this communication, the front end will tell the API, okay, this user, for example, right? The front end will tell the front end will tell the API, user A is trying to click on submit button after the user has successfully filled the form. So API will get that and go to the backend. Okay, what is the statement of the backend that whenever this user click this submit button, what the backend actually says it should happen? Okay, the backend says that whenever this user click on this submit button, the user should get a response message that okay, this button is the form is successfully, and the user should also get this message that, and the whatever form the user tries to submit should be stored in the database. That is what is in the back end. The front end is just a form that is designed and there's a button for you to click. You just interact with the front end. I click on the submit button. The submit button will trigger the API, which is like the one that communicates between these two different apps, right? We tell the API, okay, this user wants to click on submit button. What should happen when a user click on submit button? API will go and get that from the database and feed back the front end. Okay, if this user click on this submit button, this is what should happen. Then we give the response back to the front end. So API is just a way of we communicating with two different applications. We just want to interact with two different people. But this time around, we cannot just go straight to this person we're trying to communicate to. We have to go through someone. We have to go through someone, and whichever person you want to go through in the purpose of this whichever person you want to go through, it will now be like your API. Imagine you want to make a request like from anybody, maybe somebody that is more superior than you, maybe in an organization structure, right? We have the team, we have the team lead, and we have the HR. Let's use an example. Okay, as a team, you know that you need an increment in your salary, and most organizations will not just allow you to go to the team lead, to the HR directly. So you have to discuss that with your team lead. Your team lead will take your request to the HR. So, and anything HR says, your team lead will come back and feel like, okay, after I've discussed this thing with the team, with the HR, this is what the management has decided to do. So in this case, the team leader stands as a middleman between you, the team members, and the HR, can be referred to as an API. API just interacts with two different applications to get the right response and to be able to give the right result whenever they are trying to interact with it. Blessing, do you understand now?
Yes, my dear. Thank you.
All right, so welcome. So I've said, let's just continue, right? We have different types of requests, like HTTP requests. We have the post request. We're still going to talk about this possibly next class. We have the put request. We have the get. We have the pass. We have the delete. We have, I feel like that should be all. We have the post. We have the puts. We have the pass. We have the deletes. Now let's go to our API. I just want us to walk us through the API interface. As I've said, today's class is just going to be us having a walkthrough of the API interface. We have the header section. We have the side left panel. We have the builder. And we have the response. So I will not be, let me stop sharing. If you know you have successfully installed your application, right, and you're on the page, you can just share your screen. So I will explain from your screen. Anyone? Please, can you hear me? Please, am I audible?
Yes.
All right.
Let me share my screen.
Okay, thank you. So we have 4 sections, right? Basically, when you are on your Postman page, just know that you have 4 sections. You have the header, you have the side bar, which is at the left side. We have the builder, and we have the response, and we have the footer also. You can also add the footer to it. So, so can everyone see Quadri's screen, right? Okay, Quadri, can you move your mouse to the Abdul Quadri workspace? Is at the left side. Yes, yes. So this space, like everything on this line, is referred to the header of the application. Everything on that line, the Abdul space, the new, the imports, the get started, everything on this line, the environment. Could you please stop sharing? Let me share from here. Thank you. Sorry. Thank you. Okay. So we can proceed. So we have this team. You can see team workspace. So this team workspace is just this is going to just tell you the workspace you are currently working in, like the workspace you are currently working with. If I come to this drop down, there's a workspace drop down here, and I click on it, I can see I have team workspace, I have my workspace, and you can actually create a new workspace. Like you can create and modify a new workspace. So this is just going, you see currently now is my team workspace that is marked, right? And that's why I'm seeing my team workspace. So if I click on my workspace, you see that this has actually changed from team workspace to my workspace. So the purpose of this is just for us to manage our workspace. Imagine you are actually testing API for different organizations and you are using different workspace. So if it will just help you to be able to manage your workspace, like, okay, this is this organization A workspace. Okay, this is organization B workspace. Like, okay, whenever I'm working on an API that is for organization A, okay, I should be on this workspace. And when I'm doing for this organization B, I should be on that workspace. So this is the purpose of the workspace. And whenever you are working on a particular workspace, because there was a time I was trying to create something on a team workspace, right? But at the point, I did not realize that I was on my own personal workspace and I was trying to test with their own variable and environment. So I was feeling like, okay, most of my testing, they are failing. So when I got to realize that, okay, I was on my workspace, I was running that team, the script on my workspace. So that was why. So I need to change back to the team workspace because that was where the variables and the environment was determined. So you need to just use this to keep track of the workspace you are currently working with or working on. So this is it. You have the new button. So we all can click on the new button and click on HTTP request. This is a new interface for API. They have really actually worked on this. So if you click on this new button, you should have something like this. Please confirm when you click on your new button, you also have something like this on your screen, please. Anyone. You can just react. You can just, I just want to be sure you are following.
Yes.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Thank you. So this is what we'll be actually testing most in the class, the HTTP. For the purpose of this course, we are going to be testing the HTTP request. Yes, we are going to be testing. You can create a new HTTP request. You can create a new collection. Yes, we'll be talking about collection also. You can create a new environment. You can create a new flow, and you can create a new workspace also, a new workspace. If you, instead of you coming here to create a new workspace, or you click on new and you click on workspace, you are still going to end up in the same route. You're still going to end up in the same route. So, and you have this plus button. This plus button will just add a new request for you. We just add a new request for you. And anytime you click on this plus button, you just add a new request for you. So you can now modify your request. You can edit the title of your request and in that order. So we have this environment also. Instead of clicking on new to create your environment, you can actually go through this route to create your environment. Don't worry, we are still going to talk about the environment, the workspace and everything. So, and you can also use this to create your variables also. This icon, you can use it to create your variables. So basically in the header section of an API, these are the items you can find. You can find your imports. Okay, your imports. If you have an API, like if you have a script that you want to import to the application, you can just click drag and drop it to this place and it will import it for you. So this is the header section of the API. Do we understand? Do you have any question before we proceed? Do you understand? Do you have any question? Comfort, are you just joining this class?
Yes, ma'am. Just joining.
When did you join? So Comfort asked a question. She said, what is an API or what is API? Who wants to explain to her? A quick one before we proceed. Anyone? What is an API? Who wants to answer Comfort question? Anyone, based on the explanation I've explained so far.
Okay, good evening.
Thank you, Adefisayo. Good evening.
So API is a medium of interaction between two software from the front end and the back end. A classical example that was given is that between, for example, a waiter, a customer, and a chef. The waiter take a request from a client that needed a service, then give it to the chef that, oh, these are the list of orders. So it's a bridge between two software. It communicates a request from a front-end software to the back end. Also in a banking sector, when you are making a request, probably you are requesting for your customer, your information, your balance. Once you input your account number, that's a put method. It gets the information, get your banking details, and send it to the bank you use. You know, when you are using app, the app does not really know your bank. So it's the API that say, oh, it's a first bank that sent the request to the bank and actually give a response back to you. So API is a bridge between two software. I think that's my little understanding. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Adefisayo. So thank you very much. I've actually explained it. So that is what an API is. Comfort, do you understand now?
Yes, I do.
All
Thank
right.
you.
So have you downloaded the Postman to your PC?
No, not yet. I'm still waiting for you to upgrade my task. The second,
You did not need to update tags before you install your API. Before you install your Postman, right?
yeah, I know, but as I install it, now I need to test the site, isn't it? So that
You need to test what? This is a new section entirely, so you don't need a tax to delay you from getting what you're supposed to get from this section.
okay, I'll download it right away.
All right. So as I've said earlier, right, this is the header section of the application. So we have the sidebar, the side left bar. So this is when I have a collection, right? When I create a new collection here. So this is just going to tell me, okay, this is what is going on. This is my collection. Like, let me name it. Not deleting, I don't want to rename. So this is my collection. So this is the side left of the application, right? And just make sure that you're able to create your collection, able to create your environment, your flow, and your history. You can actually customize this place. And if you want to do so, you just come to this configure sidebar, and you can actually select anything you want or you can actually, okay, imagine I don't need the flow and I don't need the history. So I can actually remove it from this place. So that is how the side left bar of the application works. You can actually customize it. And if I want everything, I'll just toggle everything on. Okay, I want to be seeing everything. If I want to be seeing everything, I'll just toggle everything on. So you can see that as I'm setting this to yes, everything is coming to this place. So this is the side left bar of the application. So we have the other parts, which is the response. The response is imagine I send this get request, right? I click on send. So for the response aspect, that is when we are going to see the results of the request we sent. You feel like before I sent this request, there was nothing in the response. Are you with me? Please, are we following?
Good evening, ma. Sorry, I missed out in the way you started the new request and creating the get.
I don't understand. You missed out in what?
I know you asked us to download the Postman. After download the Postman, we set it up. After setting it up, now you are telling us how it works exactly, how it interacts with the front and the back. Now, when we send a request, it will show us this thing. You see this place exactly you are currently. I am lost today. Yes.
When you send a request to get a response, I just want to ensure that we all can see that this is a response tab, right? Before I send this request, what can I do? Okay, let me just have a new request. Okay. You all should be having something like this. Sadiq, can you hear me? Are we on the same page now, Sadiq?
How do you do that? How do you go to that page? I can't understand that page.
Which page? Which of the page? Sadiq, Sadiq, I can't hear you. Like, you're not audible, right? Okay, this is what we are going to do. Everyone, click on this collection at the, click on the collection. Click on the collection and create a new collection. Click on this icon, create new collection, a blank collection. Are you with me? And name your collection training or KodeCamp. Let me start from there, so we all will not be lost. Are we on the same page? Click on this icon, click on a blank collection, and rename your collection from here. Instead of new collection, just rename it to anything you want to rename it to. Sorry, are we on the same?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So in your collection, can you see this gets new requests? Can you see something like this?
Even that my own is new. You asked me to add request, add new request, add a new request.
Okay, okay, your own is new. Okay, sorry, I just got that. Okay, click on the add a new request. Click on the add a new request. Right?
Yes,
are we on the same page, everyone? So
yes.
just okay, you can rename the new request to get request. So just rename it from here, right? Just click on here and rename it to get request. So are we on the same page?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So let me just copy this to the chat. We can just send this request. I just want to explain how the response work. Like what we are going to be seeing in, sorry. Okay. All right. Copy and paste that the URL I sent now to the get request tab. Just copy, and after you have copied it, and just copy, just paste. Copy from here and paste. So are we on the same page?
Yes, ma'am. I'm on the same page with you.
Okay. Apart from Samuel, are we on the same page? Like, I want other people to talk.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. So have you copied it? Have you copied it and you have pasted the URL on your tab also?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So you can now click on the send button. Just before you click on the send button, notice that in your response tab, like this is your response tab, right? It will be blank. Like you have not sent any request, then you will not get any response. So, but when you send this request, when you click on the send, then in your response tab, you will get a response. Are we getting this now?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just trying to explain the response tab to us. The response tab is just going to give us feedback, the results of the request we sent. So we have if we are sending a get request, right? It's going to fetch something for us. It's going to we ask it to get something. For example, get the name of the people in a database. So it's going to get the name and return it to us. So we are going to have it like in our response body. In our response body, we are going to have it like this. Okay, after we send this Postman echo, this is like a demo for Postman. So this is what we get as our response. So we have our cookies, we have our headers. This everything are still our response. They are still in our response. They are still part of the request we send. And we have our test results because we did not add any test to this. Our test is our script because we did not add any test to this. So our test will be blank. And our status, our response status, don't worry, we are still going to have a section to break everything down. Like we are still going to be taking it one after the other. I just want to do a walkthrough of the application so we get ourselves familiar to the application. So next class we are going to have a walkthrough, like a breakdown of okay, we want to treat the get request, how to how to actually handle a get request and all that. So this is our response. We have response, we have status. When it's 200, that is it's okay. Our response is okay. We get the request successfully in that order, right? We are still going to talk about response. We're still going to have a section for that. Don't worry. So this response tab is just going to give us it's just going to give us and explain to us, okay, this after you send this request, this is what you get. It's going to tell us what we get from the request you send. Okay, you sent a request that I want to get this. Okay, after you send that request, this is what I get after you send the request. Is it successful? Is it not successful? Am I able to like is my application actually interacting the way they're supposed to interact? You are just going to get your response in the response tab. Don't forget, if I did not have any request here, Sadiq, you raised your hand. You can actually unmute and talk.
Yeah. After clicking the URL, are we to send what? I'm lost.
Afterwards, Sadiq, afterwards,
You send a link to the
to the chat.
chat. So
Yes,
after clicking on after
you are
copying
going
and
to
pasting, I pasted the link on the get new listing. But after that, am I going to send what?
did you click on the send button?
No, that's what I'm saying. What's the next? Is it to send or I
Yes.
don't?
Yes, I said when you are done, you can click on send. You
Okay.
can click on send. So when you click on send in your response tab, you'll be able to get the response. Before you click on send, your response will be empty, but immediately you click on send, you will get your response. Oluwadam Larry, you said you missed something. Oluwadam Larry, can you unmute and talk? Damlari, are you on this call? Okay. So I'll proceed. So this is actually the response tab. The response tab is just going to give us the response of the request we sent. It's just going to display to us. So you'll be able to actually, okay, you know, when you do your testing, right? When you click a button and it actually clicks successfully. So you'll be able to feel like, okay, this is successful, this is not successful. Okay, when I actually ask this application to give me the total number of people that are registered on our database, it actually returned 199. And when I check our database, we have 199 people. So that is just it. This response is going to give you, it's just going to give you the reply to the request you sent. If you, that is if you are doing a get, so don't forget if you are using a get method. So this is the last, you know, I told us that when you think of Postman, just think of it as an application that has 4 sides, right? We have the header, we have the side left bar, and this is the side left bar. We have the response. This is the response, right? And I've explained the response. Sadiq, are we on the same page now before I proceed? Okay. So the last one, which is the main one that we actually interact with the most, is this aspect, right? This phase where we have to send our request, have to add to, okay, these are the types of requests we have. We have the get, post, put, patch, delete, add options. So depending on what we are still going to, don't worry, we are still going to have a section to discuss this request one after the other. Don't worry about that. So and we are going to have this we have the URL, like where we copy and paste our URL. That's the one that's being given to us by maybe the developer or the DevOps people. They're going to give it to us. Okay, this is the API. Go and test our API if it's working. They will provide the URL for you. So you just come here. Okay, I want to do a GET request. You just paste the URL here, and you will send your request. And we have the authorization tab. Like if you are trying to do authentication, you have to do some authorization, right? So we are still going to talk about this. We have the header section. We have the header section. If you are trying, instead of if you are trying to make something a variable, right, you can actually use the header section. We have the body. Sometimes if you want to send a request or post request, you are going to add a body yourself. You are going to add, because in the if you are doing a post request, you actually sending out. You are not getting. You are sending it out. So you want to add your response. Okay, this is what I'm putting to the application. Imagine you want to enter, just an example, right? Imagine you want to test your application and want to fill a form. So instead of you to go and fill that form on the UI, so you just come to the API section and you send a post request. You want to post, okay, the name is Boluwatife, the age is 99, everything in that order. So you will add it to your body of the request. So we have our script also. We have our scripts also, the post request script and the pre-request script. Don't worry, we are still going to talk about every section. Like we're still going to break it down, get ourselves more familiar. So this section is just for us to have a walkthrough of the application, like just to get ourselves familiar. And we have the settings. So if you think about API, right? Just think about it like you're having. I'm trying to Mr. Hope, I don't really get your question, right? I don't know if we can unmute and talk.
Okay,
Mr.
good
Hope.
evening, ma. I'm seeing that on yours now, I'm seeing params, I'm seeing authority, I'm seeing headers, I'm seeing body, I'm seeing script. So on mine, I have to click on there's a drop down on the params that I have to be seeing the rest. I don't know if I can set it to be linear like yours.
Have you sent any request at all?
Yes, I've done those ones. Same thing with the other one. I'm seeing I have to click on the body to see a drop down of cookies, headers, and test results.
You have to click on the body.
if I click on the body, then I'll see a drop down, just like the gate. Now, you know that the gate now we have a drop down arrow there.
Mm-hmm.
So mine are the params also. There's also a drop down arrow that I have to see the remaining, the authority. Yeah. So if I click on that on my own, I will now see the authorization. I will see the headers. I will see the body. I will see the script. I will see these settings.
Okay.
Same with the body also, I will now see the cookies. I will now see the header. I will see the test results. So I don't know how I can make mine to be easier like your own.
Okay. I understand what you're trying to say. Do you download the latest version? But you can just go to
Yes.
yours. Who else is having the same issue as Mr. Hope? Anyone? Mr. Hope, please, you can share your screen. You should go to your settings, right?
Currently, I'm not. There's no Zoom on my laptop, so I'm using my phone. But I can give you a snapshot of it.
Okay. Yeah, you can. I want you to share your screen so I'll be able to ask you to do the settings from your hand. So maybe it's something of layout. If it's not the version, because some version actually will not allow that. If it's something that can be walked through from the layout. So I need to see what I understand what you're trying to say. Yes, I understand. But I'm trying to see if it's something that we can actually do sets with when check the settings. But I can actually get back to you after this class. I'll check for that. It should be something of layout or your version, either of the two.
Okay, man.
Yeah. But you can drop your screenshot also. So basically, right? So this is what the interface of your API is like. So you should be able to, by now, you can just interact with the interface. Okay, let's just try to do some quick work, not like we are trying to go deep. Let's create a new workspace and name it my workspace. I create a new workspace, additional workspace, and name it my workspace. You can do that by clicking on this new button and you navigate to workspace. You can do that by coming here and click on create workspace. So just create a new workspace and name it my workspace. Please, are you with us? Are you with, like, can you hear me? Are we doing that?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay. So let me know when you are done. So are we done? Do you have a workspace now? Let me stop sharing. I want us to share, so you show me evidence. I'll tell you how to create a new workspace, right? Just come here, create workspace. For now, just create a blank workspace. And you name it my new workspace. Don't worry, I'm still going to have a section on workspace, right? Of how to create a team workspace, how to create okay, we are done. We are done, Abby. This one, everybody is silent like this. Are we done?
Done.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, in your workspace, my new workspace, create a new collection, name it KodeCamp 5.0. In your workspace, right? Create a new collection, name it KodeCamp 5.0. So to create a new collection, right? I've actually said this before, but I will walk us through. Just click on this button and you'll be able to create a new collection. You can come here and you can create your new collection from here also. So anyone that works fine for you. So create a new workspace. And in your workspace, create a new collection, name it KodeCamp 5.0. Your workspace name will be my workspace. Your collection name will be KodeCamp 5.0. Are we done? Are we done?
Yes.
Okay. Like, can we proceed?
Yes, I'm done also.
Yes.
Okay. So don't forget your workspace, my workspace, your collection, KodeCamp 5.0. So in your collection, create a new get request. Create a new get request, right? Create a new get request. Okay, name it my first request. Create a new get request and name it my first request. Create a new get request and name it my first request. So your collection, create a new get request. You can click on this add button to create a new get request and rename it to my first request or has my first request. So please, are we done? Okay, Sadiq, are you done or you want to talk? You can unmute and talk. All right.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
I lost when you were trying to. I'm not catching up with what you were saying. I lost my internet. So I don't know if you
Okay.
can explain better.
Okay, I'm trying to walk us through, right? I said in your workspace, you should have a workspace. Create a new workspace and name it my workspace. After you have created your workspace, right, you have to create a new collection and name it KodeCamp 5.0 for your new collection.
New collection
And
is it by new request or get new request?
new collection, not request now. After you have
Okay.
created your workspace,
Uh,
create a new collection. This is your collection. Just click on this new collection button, or you come to new and you come to collection. Yeah, either of the two. Just click on this
okay.
button, right? So you have to name that KodeCamp 5.0. So after you have done that, you have to create a new get request also. You have to create a new get request. And you will name the get request my first request. Please, am I right? Was it my first request? I said. Right.
Yes,
Yeah.
my first request.
All right, thank you. So you have to create a new get request and name it my first request. So you will now copy, for those of us that are done with my first request, right? Just copy and paste that URL. Should I send it again on the chat? And copy and paste it and send the request. Copy and paste and send the request. So when you're done, you can raise your hand and share your screen. Okay, Adefisayo, please share your screen very quick. Adefisayo, unmute and talk. Or if you want to share your screen, you can share your screen. I've stopped sharing mine. Okay, your screen is coming up now. Okay, so my workspace, KodeCamp 5.0. Okay, my first request. Okay, yes, all right, yes. Okay, all right.
Okay, so
Who
this is
else?
mine. How do we save this that we can make reference to this? Maybe I need to save my request.
You need to save everything. Do you mean the response of your request, or you want to save your whole
Yes,
request?
the response of the request.
The response of the request. You can still save response, right? But sometimes you have to generate export, but you can click on the save response. And if you want to save the whole stuff you have been doing since morning, you can just save. You can just click on save button. There is a save button on top.
Okay, where will I see that?
No, not on top like that. Go back. Go back. Okay, wait. This save button is it not active? Okay, is this save button not active? Up. There's save share. Can you see it? No, this side,
I'm
right
trying
side.
to search.
Let me
Search.
just share my. Let me
Okay,
just share
save.
my.
It's not enabled. This save beside
I feel
share.
like it has saved. I feel like it has saved. Try to do a new thing, or maybe just my new workspace. Just add maybe 1 or 2 to it. The name
Okay.
of the request. Just try to make a new changes. No, not you trying to. The name of the request. No, the name.
My
My
new.
new workspace. Come to this place. My new workspace.
Okay.
Up. I mean the one that is up that will allow you to edit. You know you have KodeCamp. Wait, you know you have KodeCamp 5.0.
Yes.
No. Go back to your get request.
Yeah.
And click on my new workspace. Oh yeah, change this my new workspace. Come here. Like you know you have KodeCamp 5.0 / my request / my new request. Okay,
Yeah.
just double click and just make any changes to that name. Okay, you should be able to save now. No changes again. Okay, try to save this.
Okay.
Okay. All right. My PC is not down.
Okay.
Okay, Adif, sorry, you can stop sharing your screen.
All right.
I feel like if you are connected to the internet, right, most of this stuff save automatically if you are fully connected with the internet. All right, so who else wants to go ahead and share the screen, right? If you are done with the class tasks, just 3 more people. All right, Samuel. Samuel, please share your screen. Samuel, please share your screen. Adefisa, you can raise your hand down. Sadiq, how far is it going? Are you done now? Sadiq?
Can you see my screen now?
Yes, I can see your screen, Samuel. Okay,
Yeah,
my
this is-
workspace, KodeCamp 5.0, get request, my first request, and you've sent it actually. All right. it's good. All right, who else wants to share their screen? All right, Princess, you can share.
Okay.
So I just want to walk us through how to do that for the section. So that will be all for today. Next week we'll be having we'll be talking about the HTTP methods. Yes, we'll be talking about the HTTP methods. Okay. Okay, my workspace, KodeCamp 5.0, my first request and save. All right. So do anybody want to share their screen? Anyone else? Princess, you can raise down your hand. Emmanuel, okay. Emmanuel, you can share your screen. Okay, do you have any question as pertaining to the API, the Postman interface? Any question before we call it a day?
This is my screen. Hope
Okay,
it's
Emmanuel.
visible.
Yes, please. My workspace, KodeCamp 5.0, my first request, HTTP GET request. Okay. Okay. Yes. Thank you. Do you have any question? Any question from anybody? All right. Okay, Mr. Hope, what did you do that make it look like mine now? I can see that you said your app has reset. Okay. So, do you have anyone that wants to share the screen just to confirm you're on the same track, like you're getting it the same way other people are getting it? Favor, good evening. Can you share your screen? Soma, let me see what you guys have done. Favor, can you
Good
hear me?
evening, ma. I can't find. Yes, I can hear you. I cannot share my screen because I'm using my phone to connect to the
Okay.
class, but I'm practicing. I sent a screenshot to the chat.
Okay. Okay, let me check. All right. Okay. So, do you have any question from anyone? Or we call it a day? Any question as regarding this? Okay, our Zoom we all understand, right? Okay, as regarding our tax. All right,
Yes.
all right, thank you. As regarding our tax, right? Do you have any question from anyone? Because I talked about it before the beginning of the section. As regarding the tax we are currently to do you have question? I said this earlier that I set some tasks to in review. So I'm expecting you to just make those changes and let me know when you are done. So I will revisit the tasks and check. So I will grade you. And if you are yet to be in stage 4, right, just try as much as possible. For most people, right, you do know your test case is not yet complete. I said it countless times that I'm expecting you to have at least 20 scenarios for each URL. Some of you are having 5, 6, and some of you ask me to go and check again. So please let's try to work on that.
Sorry, I thought the task said we should just pick one URL to work on.
No, that's not stage 4 tax. I'm talking about the test case tax.
Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm talking about some people are still they have not get the proper correction to the 3 tax. So I'm just trying to say that you at least to write 20 scenarios for each of the test cases. So if you have any question regarding the tax, please you can just raise your hand and let me just address it before we call it a day. So no question.
Sorry, Tifa.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so sorry, I didn't join the class earlier, but I'm just trying to go through it. Well, I've been able to do the get requests on my laptop now. Thank you for today's class.
Okay.
Yeah, but then
All
again,
right, you're
my
welcome.
question on the tax is like, I did my tax and I've seen your comments, I've replied to it, and I've created
Okay.
more bugs, and
Okay,
I've
I'll
also
review.
updated it on the link I
All right,
submitted.
I'll review.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Okay, Mr. Hope.
Okay, good evening, man.
Good evening, sir.
So, man, I've made changes, but my own problem right now is that I don't even know the ones that I'm even lacking behind. Because according to your grade, you said it was 2020. So I don't even know the ones that I haven't scored high. I did not even score. So I'm kind of even confused about this. So I don't
Mr.
even know
Hope,
the one to improve.
what stage are you?
I'm still in stage 2.
Stage 2. So your task should be UI UX elements. Right,
No,
Mr.
no,
Hope?
no. Test case. It's test case.
Test case. And just give me access to your sheet so I can add my comments. I will check again, but give me access to your sheet so I can add my comments.
You already have, I've been graded before, so you already have access to it.
Okay. I have access to add comments or to view only.
Okay. I'll do that.
Okay. Give edit
Yeah.
access to yes. So in case I need to check again, I'll add
Okay,
my
man.
comments. All right. Do you have another question regarding the tax?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Any other question from anyone before we call it a day? Okay, so next class we'll continue from where we stop. Becca, I have not been graded. Becca, which stage? Becca, you cannot talk. Okay. Oh my God,
Hello, ma, please.
you said stage 3. Have you have I reviewed your box?
I don't know, but I've submitted and I've not been graded yet.
Check if I review your box. I've said it. Like you have to check your bug, right? If I review your bug and I add comment to it, that you need to make some changes, and maybe your bug that was set to done, that was approved, is not up to 5. So there's no way I will grade you because I don't want to start doing the regrading of it. I'll need you to just address it once and for all before I grade.
It's the first time the light is
Becca, do you understand? You have to go back to the LMS channel, check your bugs. I should have reviewed. I guess I reviewed some bugs this morning. So I should have reviewed your bug if you submit earlier.
Okay, ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions from anyone? Okay. So in the absence of none, thank you very much for joining today's class. Next class, we'll be talking about the HTTP request. Like you can actually read more on it, like the HTTP methods that we have. The HTTP methods, like you can read on it. So see you next class, and good night, everyone.
Good night.